What if your entire history was rewritten? And what if it was rewritten by your oppressors? Welcome to the editing of Africa. This is a story about systematic erasure. After European powers colonized Africa, they set about rewriting the history of the continent. They did this to make sure that their rule would never be questioned. The first step in their plan was to get rid of the teachers in schools. In 1850, there were around 150 mission schools in West Africa, but by 1900, there were only 33. By 1914, there were only 12. The French colonial government closed them all down because they taught an unacceptable version of history, a version that didn't leave much space for the greatness of France. As the native teachers were being chased out of classrooms, European teachers moved in. They taught kids who had been colonized to see their colonizers as superior. They taught them that Africa was a savage and uncivilized land in need of a European savior. These teachers used textbooks that presented European exploration and colonization as a gift to Africa. It wasn't just the written word that was weaponized. The very fabric of African society was targeted. The colonizers destroyed official archives and private papers. Anything that could preserve the memory of pre-colonial Africa was burned. Entire villages were massacred for holding on to their history. The Berlin Conference of 1884 rewrote the geography of Africa. Rivers, lakes, and mountains were renamed. The borders of countries were redrawn. The names of local leaders were replaced with European titles. Kings became chiefs and queens became princesses. The new names were recorded on maps that were then distributed to schools across Europe. And so children as young as 6 years old grew up believing that Africa was a blank slate. A slate that was filled in by benevolent Europeans who brought with them the greatest innovations and inventions. This distorted view of history had devastating consequences. It led to generations of Africans who were alienated from their own history. It created a crisis of identity that continues to this day. But there is hope. In recent decades, many African countries have made efforts to rewrite the history of their countries. They are uncovering the stories that were buried and destroyed. They are reclaiming their past and sharing it with the world. Textbooks are being rewritten, museums are being built, and monuments are being erected. But there is still a lot of work to do. So many stories have been lost forever. So many lives have been forgotten. It's time to set the record straight. It's time to tell the story of Africa. They wrote us out. Now we write back. Subscribe to restore what was stolen.